All right, all right. Live on YouTube once again. Once again. Cool. Let me see if everything is working. Everything is working. Let's go. Cool. Hope you guys are doing amazing on this Friday. Friday, what is it? March 20th. You might wonder, Friday stream, what is that? Why we're doing Friday stream? Very simple. Is because usually we do it every single. One sec. I'm ordering my food. My sushi is coming. There we go. There, cool. Okay, so the reason why we're doing it on Friday is because usually it is on Wednesday, but of course there was FOMC on Wednesday, and then that means I'm not gonna trade before FOMC. I did try to trade after FOMC. Well, looking here at the 4-hour time frame, look at this week, guys. It's insane. So we started here on Sunday. It's the low that's marked out right here. Then we went up all the way until Wednesday, London. We came all the way back down. And so that means we're still stuck inside that super annoying range. And what you like to see, and that's what we're going to see later this year, is just trending conditions upwards. Just trending conditions upwards. That makes trading super, very easy. Very easy. And for now, that isn't. So that means 10 AM game, FTS model, like the lower time for entry models, are going to be not impossible. Of course, we're going to try to make money, but they'll just lower probability. So this week, for example, I can show you, I took more losses. I'm in the red this week because the model did not follow through. Did not follow through here to the downside. Did not follow through on Tuesday. Also not on Monday. So all in all, it's not a nice week for my Nasdaq trades, which is fine. Like there are weeks where 5 out of 5, 100% win rate, everyone happy. But there are also weeks like this week where it's just not as sexy as usual. So you hear in the videos like about losing weeks, losing streaks, and everyone's like, yeah, I know how it feels like to have a losing week. I can handle that until you are in a losing streak. And it doesn't feel as fun as you think it is. I'm in one right now in a losing streak. Well, losing streak, it is a losing week. But that doesn't mean you need to change anything or the model stops working. No, no, no. So for today, let's talk about what is on the table. We swept a low here on Nasdaq. Let me go to the futures contract. Yeah, we swept the same low. So we swept a low. And after we swept that low, we start trading higher. The low sweep is at 6 a.m. out of kill zone. I don't trust that. So that means I think my bias is still short. My bias is still short back to the low and back to this low based from the 1 hour SIBI right here. So it wouldn't surprise me if we're going to see sells at the open coming in. So I'm curious to trade that potentially. If we don't do that, let's talk about the other idea. Let's say we don't trade lower and we just rocket up higher. I want to see some form of structure change. So I'm probably just going to engage once we trade above this last swing high for longs. I think we're going short today. So let's see, we're almost open. So my target for today would be here, would short towards 24.27. Let's see if there's sell structure coming in for that. If not, I'm going to wait until we close higher, but I think we can trade lower. And let's see how we open. So the reason why I am ignoring the liquidity sweep, I see it, but because the sweep is outside of kill zone, then I trust it less. That's one of my rules. So I see now a liquidity sweep. I now see a structure shift and potentially a fair value gap created with this move. So that could mean the short is incoming. So I need to maybe we're gonna get a very quick trade today. Would be funny. And the trade would look something like this. Let's see if we create this for value gap. So we inside a 1 hour SIBI. Let's see if now the cell structure is created. If I would take this order, let me see how many contracts I need to shoot. Let's prepare this a bit. Yeah, this would be the move I would like to trade. If Nasdaq just goes lower now, yeah, so be it. And then it's part of the week, and we missed that move. After this move, by the way, I'm expecting buy structure to form. So first lower, then higher. So if this move just completely rockers downwards, which would suck, of course. So let's see. So the bias is nice now. There is a value gap created. Also gonna look at Nest at the ES as well. Yeah, I like the trade idea. I do. Also, YM is a massive weekly bullish fair value gap below the current structure. So also YM shorts, Dow Jones shorts could be in. Let's see. Let me know in the chat, guys. Are there any pairs you want me to go over? Yo, Keenan Legends, Ainai, Leo, welcome. Danny. Oh, and tomorrow, guys, there's such a massive video dropping. It's a fair value gap masterclass because everyone knows what a fair value gap is, like this. But there's so many nuances to trading fair value gaps. And I create like a 20-minute video where I explain everything you need to know about fair value gaps, like everything. And yes, it is more than just whatever consequent encroachment and gaps and volume. It's more than that. It's called fair value gap secrets. Very excited for that. Almost done editing. So, and also, if you're new here, make sure you like the stream, subscribe if you are new, because I'm going live every single week. There are multiple new educational videos dropping every single week. I mentioned this in the new video, but like in my 5 years of trading, I spent a lot of money on courses. I'm probably too embarrassed to say how much. I don't even know how much, but it's too much. Too much. I was also stuck in the strategy hopping cycle where I thought every new course would make me profitable. Was not true. But all the knowledge I'm just dropping here for free on YouTube, so you guys can do it yourself. Yeah, and the thing is, if Nasdaq, this is also good for your notes. What I've seen a lot of times, like if we have an explosion like this is called explosion profile. If you've seen my recent YouTube video, that's called the 86% win rate video. You've heard me call a lot of times during the back test about the 930 explosion profile. That is that at 930 we just start the displacement immediately. That is today. So here that the 930 candle is the one that creates the value gap. If you just rock it downwards, completely fine. I'm then going to look for this to happen. And the longer we stay in this area, now it's 9 35. We could also create a 5-minute bearish for value gap now. So no rush, no FOMO. I think the bias is pretty nice right now. So I really like this trade idea. So let's see if we can come back to that for value gap and then start moving away. Am I still part of Forex Library? Forex Library is the Dutch community from Sam and Gavin. Not sure when you're a part or not. Like I joined with them in 2021, if I remember correctly, 2022 at the start. So if that makes me part of them, yes. I think those guys are amazing. They're friends of mine as well. Sam and Gav, amazing guys, amazing traders. Helped the Dutch trading space, the trading community forward. So big kudos for that. They're very transparent guys. So I really like that. Like there's a lot of fast money and fast guys in the trading space, especially educational space. I like the guys more who are just more normal. Just like, yo, we just make a shit ton of money without showing Lambos. I like that more. Um, so yeah, I am or have been part of the Dutch Forest Library. Yeah, definitely. Yo, Sergu, welcome. Yeah, now just waiting. So what I'm waiting for is two sides. Like I think we can go back to the low. That's the exact same target, the exact same low as yesterday. Yesterday I took a loss. I shared it also in Discord. Oh, this trade in hindsight is so ugly. What did the draw? Oh, yeah, this is one of my worst trades of the week, guys. I was stopped out in 3 minutes. So a very bad trade here. I'm gonna break it down later on social media as well. I think I already did that on a short, on a Instagram reel, but I will make a more detailed breakdown why this was just a very bad trade, very bad execution from my side. But it can happen. That can happen. Today, I think we have a cleaner execution coming in. So now, in 1 minute, we are having a 5-minute fair value gap created here. So I need to adjust the entry a bit for that. So what I want to do now is for the entry, I'm on a 1 minute. I'm going to wait for price to come back here. And I want to see a down close candle forming. So like I already tried to give my execution framework before the candles have printed. So I know exactly what to do. But it means if we create that for value gap right here, and the 1 minute we trade back into it and we start creating a down close candle, that is going to be my entry confirmation. Not blindly here. I want to see some form of reaction. Cool, Dion, yo. I cannot pronounce your name. Xela interjection. Cool name, but I have no clue how to pronounce it. So yeah, that's the trade idea, guys. Liquidity sweep, break of like if you see my videos, guys, it's always the same. Liquidity sweep, break of structure, for value gap, clear drawn liquidity. We have that now. So of course I'm gonna press the button. Does that mean I'm gonna be right all the time? No, I will not. But this is a setup I will take every single day of the week. So we have 5-minute sell structure inside. Don't forget where we are. We are inside a 1-hour bearish for value gap. So then you have your time frame alignment as well. 1-hour SIBI, bearish value gap, and 5-minute structure, sell structure. That's amazing. That's what I want. Cool. So we also have a 5-minute bullish for value gap here where we just traded into. I'm not too scared of this, that we now just trade higher because we have an out of kill zone low here and a very clean daily low below that. So there's a lot of liquidity pools, sell side liquidity pools resting. Cool. So we are very close. I'm expecting that my entry will be around here. I'm eyeing a 1 to 3. So let's see if something like this could happen. So I'm gonna wait until like ideally this happens, and then I'll be in this candle, something like this. Let's see if we get that. So at least the 5-minute sipping. Lethal interjection. Not sure what that means, but it sounds cool. I'm reading the chat. Cool. All right. While we wait for that, YM, yeah, guys, YM, keep an eye on that. YM weekly bullish for value gap coming in. It's a clear target, also down. We're looking at the dollar in the meantime. Wow. Uh, yeah, I have a hard read on the dollar. I have no clue what the dollar is going to do. I would say dollar goes higher, but I don't know, guys. I think there's power in saying you don't know something. I think for the dollar, I'm not going to trade that. I don't know. Okay, so we're now inside that 5-minute bearish value gap. Let's see if we get a reaction from it. So here we have the first like entry criteria where we have the liquidity sweep, market structure shift, fair value gap, and now I'm waiting for a reaction from that exact fair value gap. And why am I waiting for that reaction is like the higher time frame is not super clear, right? So we want a little more confirmation. That is just to avoid being faked out. And there's also overlapping with the 1-minute fair value gap there. So let's just see what happens here. There's no rush to press the button. It's okay to take your trade a little bit lower in the range. Cool. So liquidity sweep, market structure shift for value gap, and now we're waiting for a reaction. Here comes the cool part. Here comes the cool part about how we execute today. What if this idea is completely wrong? If I'm wrong, so let's say we're not going lower, I want to be wrong without losing money. That's the goal. You want to be wrong while losing as little as possible. That's nice. Now we trade it to the 1-minute fair value gap. This is where I need to see reaction from to start taking the trade. But this is the point where we need to see lower prices. See if we get that. Get a nice change in character, maybe. Let's see. Did I already place? No, I'm not in this trade. No. No, I would have already been out. I'm not in. I'm not in. You will see when I'm in once the numbers start running. Like I cannot fake this. It's all live and recorded as always. Sometimes, for example, yesterday when I was out in 3 minutes live on stream, I wish I could fake it, and I was like, no, it did not happen. It was such an embarrassing trade, so bad. But we're good now. Also, no reaction yet, so just waiting. All right. I think it's almost showtime, guys. I think this candle is really nice. This confirms the idea. Let's see if we move away from here. Almost. Almost, almost. If you now drop lower, it's game time. That's the reaction I want to see. Like you have the little reaction already with the down close candle, but now there is also a 1 minute CB created here. I want to see we move away there. That's it. If you move away from that, it's showtime. Because then we have 1 hour for value gap bearish, 5 minutes for value gap bearish, and 1 minute for value gap bearish. Cool, that's it. That is it, guys. Trade the exact plan. Cool. End of trade day. That's it. That's it. So yeah, it's of course very sexy if you take a trade and the first candle is this big, of course. But this is what we wait for. It's literally what I said. Okay, this is what we wait for. That's it. If it comes, press the button. If it doesn't come, don't press the button. That's it. No magic indicators, no magic entry models. If you see the YouTube video I posted about 86% win rate video, yes, it is clickbait because no strategy has 90% win rate. Don't fall for that. I mentioned it in the video as well. But this is the exact model. I've traded this model for many years now, 3, 4, 5 years. It works. It works always. Not every week, like I said. Like I'm in the red for this week. Even with this win, I probably got a small loss for this week, but it's fine. Cool. Who is in, guys? Let me know. Drop a W in the chat if you're in the short. W's. Target of this trade is the low. Like let me show it in a higher time frame. This low. It's the Sunday, March 8th low on the futures contract. And it's the similar one, but then on the... It's the same TP as yesterday. Not sure which low it is here on the MNQ, but it's similar. Cool. And now whatever happens, this is the model. So the thing is, you wait for your model. It's or stop loss or TP. It's very sexy to see this first candle. So let's hope. But you have scenarios when you see this candle and now you just completely reverse it back upwards and you take the loss. So never celebrate too early. It's a nice confirmation that we're probably on the right side of the market. But again, if it's not, don't worry. Like it's just one single trade. For example, yesterday I took almost a similar trade. It was more ugly, and I got stopped out in 3 minutes. But that is what you most of the time don't see on social media, like that all those flashy gurus also take dumb trades. And yesterday I took a dumb trade. I'll show it later again. It's similar model, similar setup, but the confluences were so not ready. I was too early. I was a little impatient yesterday, which is fine. It's fine. It's a mistake. That's fine. Cool. I see a lot of W's. I'm very happy to see. So nice. Yeah, it would make sense if we now trade back into the fair value gap here. But once again, let me break down the model, guys. Very important. So if you have been in later or you're not sure what's happening, why shorts, it is not just a 1 minute random trade. It starts here. It starts here with a 1 hour bearish fair value gap and order block sitting here, the up close candle. Like 1 hour bearish fair value gap in this structure does not say too much, in my opinion, but we are very bearish. So if you see a bearish fair value gap in very bearish price action, cool. That's already pretty nice. There needs to be a clean low to target. Before the New York Open, we had the liquidity sweep. And it is very important. I talk about this in the kill zone video, the kill zone secrets video, and I'll also talk about it in the video that's coming out tomorrow. If you see a PD array created outside of the kill zone, don't trust it, or just trust it less. This one is at 6 a.m. between London and New York. I don't like that. I don't like that. So that means I don't consider it a strong low. I think we can target it. So this is the first point you can target. 6 a.m. low. My target is ideally this low, daily low. So, okay. So we have 1 hour SIBI and a clear drawn liquidity. That's the first step on the 1 hour. Let's drop to the 5 minutes. Inside that, we had this. We have a liquidity sweep inside the 5 minute time frame. I'm going to drop to the 1 minute after. That's where the entry was. Liquidity sweep, break of structure, last swing low that made the high with displacement, leaving a fair value gap. Cool. So inside the fair value gap, the 1 hour, we have a 5 minute buy structure. Then this candle happens. I'm not going to blindly buy in this candle. No. I've been burned too much, guys, for that. So I'm waiting, and what I do inside here I just go to the 1 minute. Inside the 5 minute Sibi, and there is where I wait for another reaction. And we got that here, right here. And you're gonna see my entry to the tick. Once we move away from this fair value gap, from the 1 hour to the 5 minute to the 1 minute, there is where I get in. So you wait, boom. There is where I get in. And look at the entry. Look at the entry. You see the red arrow. That is it. This is how you enter from fair value gaps. And I'm so happy, so excited that we trade this now live today, because I literally made a video. I spent the whole day today creating a video about everything fair value gaps where I explain exactly this. Like, hey guys, you can do this. And now it's very nice because I get DMs and it's so salty. I get DMs like, oh, you do, but you only pick hindsight examples, blah, 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 like the retards. And I say, of course I do that because I need to show good examples. But don't worry, I also trade this exact thing in live. And well, here you go. This is it. Cool. So let me see the chat. I was ranting a bit, but I hope this makes sense. How you take this entry and how you can do this yourself too. This is one of the cleaner ones. Like, I think every trader dreams of taking a trade and the next candle just dumps. Like this candle, like the 950 candle is just super sexy. There are, very important guys, there are days where I am not in and I'm in this candle. I'm like, shit. And then I'm taking it in the other fair value gap, right here, 954. So the second entry would have been this one. Stop above the fair value gap, but probably then only a 1 to 2. Yeah, 1 to 2. That's the second entry. So even if you missed that sexy move, you could still be in. Cool, you guys are in. Let's go. Let me see the chat. Question: if you're playing a FTS model 930, do we then forget about 10 game and treat it as continuation, or do we still look? Amazing question. Yeah, so you guys have seen me talking about 10 game. Start at 10 woohoo, in 2 minutes. But also the FTS model. That is when the similar structure happens before 10 a.m. Why did I change the name for the same model? Very simple. It's to make it easier. Because what I saw when my students were executing 10 game, they missed their model because it was not 10 game yet. But if this model appears before 10 you should take it, right? It's super sexy. So that's why, but FTS model and 10 game are almost the same. Almost the same lower timer structure. Let's see if we can get, yeah, boom, TP. That's it. Okay, well, trade day done before 10. Pretty sexy. And yesterday in the Discord, I shared that all your winning trades should look the same. If you go to the Discord, you look at the wins, you look at my trade ideas, this is it. Every single win of mine looks like this. Every day, New York Open, I hunt for the same setup. This week has been horrible. So don't stare blindly on this win and think I have some magic. Well, let's be PG friendly, but I don't have some magic trade wisdom or crystal ball. No. I just execute the same setup every single day when I see it. Some weeks, like for example, this week, this is the 4th day I trade. And it's my first win. So 3 losses, 1 win. Small loss on the week. Which is fine. But most traders, when they are in a losing streak or they lose like 3, 4, 5 trades in a row, which is normal, they start strategy hopping, buy a new course, and that's just bullshit. Don't do that. It's not worth it. So cool. Okay, I was in the chat. So yeah, the same question about 10 game. Are we going to play 10 game? Of course, we're gonna play 10 game. We're gonna release a stream on for at least 10:30. We're going to rock one more. I will not be trading anymore because I just reached my max profit. Like I'm done. Like my accounts are now done. This is on the copy trader, so I'm good. But I will paper trade from this point. I can even go open my $1 million paper trading account and then just shoot 50 lots. and then go on Instagram, look at my trade is 100K in profit. Blah blah blah. No, but I will stay. I will. Cool. So that means Jeffrey, Judy, Gareth, my beloved students, Sergio, all in. Let's fucking go. W. I subscribe to the waitlist. When will it go live? Yes, for my one-on-one mentorship, I actually let 2 people in this week. Little early birds. But like the official, let's say the promotion. That's not a promotion. I'm just gonna push some messages out, like some emails, like, "Yo, waitlist open." Push. It'll probably somewhere in the coming weeks, maybe like April or May. But I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure because like my time is pretty limited. Like I spent the majority of my day talking with students and creating videos, and I cannot have 30 different students. I just cannot. So it will be very limited. So yeah, there's a link in the description. Like join the waitlist, and if it's time, I'll reach out to the first person on the waitlist. If that person on the waitlist says no, I'm good, I'll go to the second, then to the third. And there's a lot of people on the waitlist already. So make sure you just lock in your spot already, even if you're planning in the coming weeks. Like don't wait for it because the waitlist is pretty big already. Cool. Ayan asks, do you take partials? No, I don't. No, I don't. The reason why I don't take partials is it is pretty personal, but based on my data and also my students' data, you make more money when you don't make partials. And that is I think taking partials is short-term thinking. Well, it's pretty personal. I know traders who make a lot of money with partials. What I believe is if you're right, you need to be paid your full amount. If you're wrong, you just take your stop loss because that's where you have a stop loss. So you take, or in case this is a +3, so or you take a -1 or a +3. Because if I now would have taken partials, I would not have +3. I would have had a +1.5 or 1.7 or something. I don't like that. How sexy is it if you're right, just make your full amount? I like that more than, in my opinion, being a little bitch and taking partials. I don't like that. I have one rule. One rule is if the trade, I guess there's one rule to this exception. If trade is 80% towards TP, then I put my stop to break even. Sometimes. That's like, sometimes I have days, maybe you guys recognize this. I have days where I feel mentally not very nice, like just a little rushed, just not mental A game, a little tired or stressed, whatever it is. You just feel like you're a little off. Your monkey brain is chilling with you. Then I do this. Then I just put it to break even at 80%. But most trades I just leave. And like worst thing that can happen is you're wrong. If you have a 50% win rate, for example, you're going to be wrong for the next 50 trades your A plus setup comes. You still make money. Yeah. That's fine. Cool. Let me see. Sergio close 1 to 2. Amazing. No mentorship needed. If you don't need mentorship, you don't need mentorship. Very simple. Like I believe in I don't believe in courses. I believe in mentors. Pay for mentors, not for courses. I had many mentors, and if I would start over, I would start with a mentor from day one, just hand holding, like tell me what to do. Because figuring out yourself just takes so much longer. Haters gonna hate Jeffrey. Oh yeah, yeah. I see that my camera is a little lagging on the stream. I'm still there. I think you hear me, but the camera's a little laggy. I see that. W, nice, nice. Yeah, institutional. What is it? The EOFET. It stands for Institutional Entry Drill, Order Flow Entry Drill, something like that. Like it's like that is this one. This This one is the entry drill where we just tap really shallow and then go lower. ICT introduced that in his 2022 mentorship. It's a very nice concept, but I'm most of the time I'm already in. So no partial. You're welcome for the answer. Why did I enter only one position? Because I only need one position to make money. Like I try to make my trading as simple as possible. So that means I try ideally just to take the 10 EM game or the FTS model. That's it. One thing I do with my one-on-one students at the start, especially at the start, is looking at what's working in their trading and removing everything that is not working. And obviously, I did that with myself too, with my mentors. And what worked for me the best, where I made the most money, is this one setup, 10 EM game or FTS model at the New York Open on the US indices. And of course, I trade also gold. I trade the Forex pairs. I trade the DAX, the German index. I do trade them all. But if and I trade them because I just love the game. But if I really am very strict on my data, I should just do this. just just Nasdaq on the New York Open and make my money and go. So that means this is where I make my most money. Just one setup, this setup, and then done. Like you're just done. So yes, I can take more positions, but I would say the more decisions you make, the more mistakes you're going to make. I don't like making mistakes. I think no one likes to make mistakes. So the less decisions I need to make, the less mistakes I make. So for example, now I was with you guys every single candle at the entry. So I said, like, when we go up here, like, I'm not going to enter here. I'm going to wait for the candle. Then we saw this 946 candle print. I said, nice. This is probably it, but I'm going to wait a little bit longer because we have a 1 minute bearish value gap created. And once I saw this reaction from the value gap, I knew enough. We're probably going lower. Does it always be this sexy? No. No. There are times where it just chills for a long time. And sometimes even worse, it does this. It stops me out and then goes. When that happens, most of the time I take a second entry right there because I know I'm still right. I think last week there was one trade that was exactly like this, or the week before. But for the rest, it's just more of the same, more of what's working. That's it. And I think for most of you, like most of you trade kind of ICT, smart money concepts kind of way, Nasdaq this week has been horrible. Like no follow through on structures, go up and down in massive ranges when they shouldn't move. So yeah, I hope I could help you deliver probably one of the first wins of the week. For me, it was. Um, so yeah, that's what trading looks like, guys. It is trading is the hardest way to the easiest money, and this week was super fucking hard. It was not fun, and that's fine. That's okay. You know why? If it was easy, everyone would do it, right? And I feel like everyone is trading these days, but like trading is still hard. Like I don't understand. It's popular. Trading is cool. Yeah. So for the waitlist, I see the question again about the waitlist of the mentorship. Already answered. It will go live soon. Um, Probably early next month. Maybe I cannot promise. Like again, like it depends on the availability. My goal is very simple. I help my students until they don't need me anymore. If I have some students who need less of my time, I have new time added so I can help more people. That's it. But if I still have students who need my help, I cannot help more people. I help you for free on the YouTube and on Discord, but like the one-on-one stuff where we go like in depth, the systems building, account management, prop firm hacking, all that stuff. I have limited time in my day. So I wish I could help everyone. I wish. And maybe in the near future, I'm gonna expand the whole DionTrades coaching business with hiring coaches for my students and all that stuff. But that's later down the line. Later down the line. For now, it's just me helping a few people. The rest is just for free on YouTube. creating as many videos as I can to help as many people as possible for free. And the people who need extra help, I just help one on one. That's the formula currently. Also, I've been live streaming every single Thursday together with Fabio on the Trading Academy channel. I hope you guys also enjoy those streams. Fabio is more swing trade kind of related and also more forex pairs, and I'm helping him and assisting him on also discovering the future space because there's just a lot of money to be made. And at the end of the day, that is what we do. Trying to make as much money as possible. So now I'm gonna WhatsApp Fabio and asking, did you take? Maybe it's even in the chat. Did you take it? Do I use order blocks? Yes, I do. Yeah. And also, there's a video on this channel. Like I cannot share too much, but I'm also working on a new order block video. Actually, work on a series of videos. Oh. So tomorrow, fair value gap secrets, order block secrets is coming. There will be a futures course coming, how to trade futures, like the whole 9 yards. Like if you go from CFD, like FTMO, Alpha Capital, from the next, like Forex side, and you go to futures, it's like day and night. It's super overwhelming. You don't trade on MetaTrader anymore. You trade on TradeOvate or on TradingView. Super complicated. Well, it was for me when I started out. Like there's more stuff coming. Is it worth watching the ICT mentorships? In my opinion, no. If you, well, I would recommend watching the 2022 mentorship for ICT. Okay, here's what I would do for if you considering watching the mentorships for ICT. Watch the 2022 mentorship on 2 times speed. Keep in mind that those mentorships are long, full with rants, and it's just a very long, uh, there's not much value. Like there's value, but like in 20% of the time. Based on that, I created when I just started out with DionTrades, when I push out videos in 2024, I made like a 50 episode YouTube mentorship. Simplify, like the production quality is very bad because I did not know how to create videos, but the value there is like the IST mentorships, but then without all the rants. It's here on the YouTube channel. It's called YouTube mentorship. Again, the quality is the production quality is low, but the educational value is very high. So I recommend that because that has no rants. It's very to the point, short, few minute videos, and you understand the concept with some examples. Then I would say, so 2022 mentorship and then the DionTrades YouTube mentorship, and use the ICT Bible. You can find the ICT Bible inside my Discord as your companion on the side. So you watch a video, let's say you watch a video about inversion fair value gaps or breakaway gaps or the seasonal tendencies, whatever concept. And you're like, I understand it, I think, but not completely. Then you pick the IST Bible, Control F or Command F, and search in the IST Bible the exact pages, and you can just watch it in depth. It's like an encyclopedia. I would recommend that. So if you not my Discord, there's a link. I think it's like get IST Bible. Yes, it's free. You can just download it. This is my Discord. If you join Discord, there's like channel IST Bible. There's like a PDF. And I would not don't read the IST Bible as 500 pages like from A to Z. It's too much. Use it as your companion. Like think by yourself. What do I not understand? And then look that up. Very intentional. Okay, one sec. I want to get a drink. One sec. Be right back. You read the actual IST Bible? That's funny. Because if you actually read it, on the first pages of the IC Bible, I explain don't read this completely. Just use it as like your companion next to the video studies because it's too much. Yeah, so let's talk about 10 a.m. game. I think we are now reached an area where we could move higher from. So if you're familiar with the concept of a turtle soup, oh, you guys are gonna love the Vervelike video from tomorrow. Oh, because I also explain exactly what's now happening on. If you watch tomorrow's video, then you understand why my TP was at this low. It has to do with how you under. It has to do about your own understanding about fair value gaps. It's very cool. And not sure if Alex is here, my student Alex. He asked me, we were on stream this week, and I was talking about, I was working on the fair value gap video, and he asked me, yo, what if this happens? What if you have a very big displacement move, like massive displacement move, and it leaves multiple fair value gaps? Like 2, 3, 4 value gaps. What do you do? Which one do you enter? And I give two different approaches for that in the video. So it has been covered. It has been covered. Okay, but I'm open for buy structure now appearing on Nasdaq. Um, but we need to be very strict because we cannot just blindly enter longs here because there's a 15-minute bearish value gap here. It could just be that we're gonna do retracement continuation, right? That is the most obvious play right now. So now blindly playing reversals would be stupid. And well, nothing is stupid, but it's not very wise. That's not very wise. If you want to take longs, I would wait for a candle close above this fair value gap on the 15-minute. Candle close above like this. That would make the most sense. Let's see if we see on the 5 minutes what we have. And the 5 minutes, we have still this one. And on the 1 hour, of course, the displacement from our TP candle. Yeah, so far there's nothing bullish yet. So continuations lower is the play. So now the question, what to do now the rest of the session? Are we done? I wouldn't say we are done yet. I think there is at least one more trade in the chamber. And what I would recommend is using this 15-minute fair value gap, this part of the 10 a.m. game, as your point of interest. And I'm not saying long towards this. That's too small of a range. That is like 70. That's like 70 points. It's just too small for a nice trade, in my opinion. What I would do is when we hit this price action, when we hit it, you wait for reaction. Do we react higher? Do we react lower? So what I mean by that, from the 50-minute, we drop to the 1 minute. There we go. So let's say we're now going to push higher towards here. This is the starting point. There is, in my opinion, there's no new trade idea until this happens. And then if that happens, you are going to wait for the exact same reaction as we were waiting for at our previous trade. So like this, you're going to take it something like this. You play a 15-minute internal to external lower for value get to an old low. The other idea is that we have the close, that we just creating buy structure and we close over it. Once we do that, I would take a long back to the high here. Something like this, something similar. That's for like bias wise. And that is how you avoid being faked out in this session probably is I would wait for this 15-minute SIBI to be traded into, regardless higher or lower. It would surprise me if we now just trade lower without rebalancing to this 15-minute bearish value gap. It's so obvious. And when you have a clear point of interest like this, then it's worth the wait, in my opinion. It's worth to be patient about. Cool. IST Bible helps a lot. Oh yeah, I spent so many hours, like late nights, on the IST Bible. There's so many hours in that. It is the whole core content plus my notes, and in every single page, I also included the ICT video notes. Cool. IST by download, amazing. Where can I talk to you for more guidance? Send me a DM on Instagram or on Discord. Yeah, for now, I think like there is no reason for price to trade higher yet. And of course, we took out the low, like the daily low, with our TP point. But for now, if that happens, I'm just waiting to see bullish or bearish arrays. In this case, this for value gap. Do we respect it or not? Because that gives you the hint. The hint is we are still bearish if when we respect it. If we stop respecting it, this becomes an inversion for value gap, and we can use it to trade higher. It's basically the support becomes resistance, or the resistance becomes support. And is there a time limit to stop looking to execute? Yeah, I would say the closer, this is a rule of thumb you can put in your trade plan. The closer you come to the New York lunch, it's 12, that is in 1 hour and 35 minutes from now. The closer you come to lunch, the less likely your entry will come. In general, like there are exceptions for that, but I've seen that like the later it becomes, like most of my entries are in the first 60 to 90 minutes after the open. But it's never set in stone. Like there's always exceptions, but there's like a rule of thumb. Like use it as your nuance. Like, okay, it's already late, it's already close to lunch. Maybe I should wait, or my setup is not coming anymore. And there's what the PM session is for. PM session gives a new range, and a new possibility. Cool. If you have not done it, guys, make sure you like the stream. It would be amazing if you're new here. Also subscribe, because we're pushing harder. 5,000 subscribers, guys. Boom. And what is cool, I did not post this yet, but today is the 3-year anniversary that I put my first post online ever. Was on Twitter. Chart. Yo, I took this trade. You want to know something cool? It was the exact same trade as today. Funny, right? 3 years ago. I think NASDAQ was at like 16K or something. And in that time, 15,000 tweets later, thousands of Discord school posts later, I'm over 900 uploads on YouTube, 3 years, just by sheer volume. And we're just getting started. Cool. That is it for today, guys. So for the rest of the session, take a look at the 50-minute bearish for value gap. Am I live in Discord every day? Yes, but that's for my students only. If you want to work with me one-on-one, there's a link inside the description. And cool. Yeah, that's everything I had to share with you guys for today. I hope there's another trade coming. Well, nice win today. Executed exactly as the plan was. Sell structure. It's always the same. Liquidity sweep, mark structure shade for value gap, boom, lower. If you're not in the Discord yet, make sure you join. If you're not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe. The whole 9 yards. You know how it works by now. Cool. Have an amazing rest of your Friday. Amazing rest of your weekend. Spend some time with family, loved ones, grinding, do what you want. And you're coming back next week. Weekly Outlook on Monday. Tomorrow there will be a new video live on YouTube. The value gap secrets video. So excited to share it with you guys. And cool. Drop a W in the chat if you like today. Learn something today. And then I'll see you guys back